Hello students, welcome back to the online classes. I will start with a new chapter, that is redox reactions. Let us begin with the redox reaction. Before going to that, in earlier classes we were discussing about the meaning of chemistry. We already know that it is a branch of chemistry which deals with the composition and properties and also about the matter. We already know that one form of matter can be converted into another form through the chemical reactions. That chemical reaction involving what? Redox reaction. So it is a one type of reactions in which we can convert the one matter into another form of matter. So that is a redox reaction. Through the redox reaction, now we will discuss that. Now the question arises here, what is the meaning of redox reaction? The chemical reaction which involves both the reduction and the oxidation. So now in the chemical reaction it involves both the reduction and oxidation. These two processes, those are reduction and oxidation, occur simultaneously in a chemical reaction. That type of reactions are called as a redox reaction. So ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು chemical reaction ದಾಗ so reduction ಮತ್ತು oxidation simultaneous ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು reaction ದಾಗ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ reactions ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ redox reaction ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Now the question arises here, what is the meaning of reduction and what is the meaning of oxidation? So we have many definitions based on the oxygen or electronegative element, and based on the hydrogen and electropositive element, and based on the electron, and based on the what it is oxidation number. So now we will study one by one. So based on the oxygen and hydrogen now. So what is the meaning of oxidation and reduction? Yes, now we will discuss about the classical method, that is what is the meaning of oxidation and reduction. Now we will discuss that. It is a process of addition of oxygen or electronegative element. Other than the oxygen, we can call as electronegative element to a substance, or removal of hydrogen. Other than the hydrogen, we can call as electropositive elements from a substance. That is called as the oxidation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಗೆ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So now we will discuss about the some more examples regarding this one, and first one is sulfur reacts with the oxygen, sulfur dioxide is formed. Here the oxygen is added to the sulfur. Oxygen is added to the sulfur. It means sulfur is oxidized by the addition of oxygen. Sulfur is oxidized by the addition of oxygen. Now it will be sulfur dioxide will be formed. Or you can take the one more example, magnesium reacts with oxygen. Here oxygen is added to the magnesium. It means magnesium is going to oxidize by the addition of oxygen. So magnesium oxide is formed. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. So that is we are calling as addition of oxygen ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Other than the oxygen ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್. ಇದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಇದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಗೆ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. ಏನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ? ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಫ್ಲೂರೈಡ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಾತು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಾತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಇಸ್ oxidized by the addition of electronegative element, that is fluorine. Here it will be formed magnesium fluoride. And you can take the one more example, FeCl2 is reacts with the chlorine, it will form a FeCl3, ferric chloride, it is a ferrous chloride. So now here chlorine is the electronegative element. This electronegative element is added to the FeCl2. It means electronegative element added to the FeCl2 means FeCl2 is oxidized by the addition of what? Electronegative element, that is a chlorine, to form a FeCl3. So this is about the what? So this is a addition of electronegative element. So plus you can take, that's the meaning is addition of electronegative element. Here these two examples refers to the what? Addition of oxygen. So now one more you can take the removal of hydrogen or electropositive element. So now in case of this one, hydrogen sulfide, so reacts with the chlorine, hydrogen chloride is formed and sulfur is formed. Here if you observe these two, here hydrogen is removed from the H2S. H2S then the hydrogen anna remove ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಂಬಹುದು? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ, ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಬಂದದ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Here potassium is electropositive element. So here 4 potassium will be there. Here 3 potassium will be there. It means so 1 potassium is removed here. That is electropositive element. So is removed. Hence that is called as the oxidation. This is the one of the classical method of oxidation meaning. So that is the here. Addition of oxygen we were discussing, and addition of electronegative element, and removal of hydrogen or removal of electropositive element. Yes, now we will discuss about the reduction process. That is, it is the process of removal of oxygen or electronegative element from a substance and addition of hydrogen or electropositive elements to a substance. So it is exactly opposite to the what it is oxidation process. So ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So now we will discuss about the some more examples regarding this reduction process. So first one we had taken so mercury oxide, that is a HgO. Upon heating it will be formed Hg plus O2. Here oxygen is removed from the HgO. So removal of oxygen is called as a reduction process. Hence this is reduction, is going to reduction by how it will be by removal of oxygen. So now we can take the silver oxide, that is Ag2O. Upon heating, so oxygen is removed, so removed Ag and oxygen will be formed. Here oxygen is removed from the Ag, hence it is called as the reduction process anta kariti. So these two are the examples of what? Removal of oxygen. So minus in the sense you can take the removal of oxygen. So now other than the oxygen, so we can call as electronegative element, removal of electronegative element. Now we can take this FeCl3 reacts with SnCl2, it will form FeCl2 and SnCl4. So now here FeCl3 will be there, here FeCl2 will be there. So which one will be removed? One electronegative element is removed here. Here FeCl3 is there, here FeCl2 is there. So electronegative element, that is the chlorine, is removed. So removal of that electronegative element is also called as a reduction process anta karitivi. So now we can take the one more example, that is alkene. Ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus reacts with the hydrogen, it will form a ethane, it will be formed. So now addition of hydrogen taking place here. So CH2 is becoming a CH3 and CH3. So addition of hydrogen to the alkene here. So that is called as the addition of hydrogen, is also called as a reduction anta karitivi. So other than the hydrogen bit ಏನನ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ electropositive element anta ಕರೀಬಹುದು. So now we can take that. So F2 reacts with H2O. Here fluorine will be converted into HF. How it will be? By the addition of hydrogen. Hydrogen ಅನ್ನು addition ಮಾಡಿವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ hydrogen fluoride formation ಆಗೈತಿ. ಅದು electropositive element hydrogen ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Reduction process ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Addition of electropositive element, that is hydrogen is added here to the water, fluorine. Hence it is called as a reduction process anta karithivi. Now in case of HgCl2 plus SnCl2, So in case of this HgCl2 is converted into what? Hg2Cl2. Here mercury is the electropositive element. Mercury is the electropositive element is added here. So see here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Hg1 ಅದ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Hg2 ಅದ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು Hg addition ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಏನ್ addition ಆಗೈತಿ? Hg ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು electropositive element addition ಆಗೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ reduction process ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ HgCl3 reduction ಆಗೈತಿ. ಹೇಗಾಗೈತಿ? By the addition of electropositive element. So these two are the classical definitions of what it is oxidation and reduction. Simply we can take that oxidation. So still now we discussed about this one. Oxidation means yes, addition of oxygen, or you can take that addition of electronegative element, and removal of hydrogen, or you can take the electropositive element. Shortly we can write that oxidation and reduction process. So now reduction we were discussing now. So that is a removal of oxygen or removal of electronegative element, and addition of hydrogen, or you can take that addition of electropositive element. Shortcut ನಾಗ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ addition of oxygen ಅನ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ addition of electronegative element ಅನ್ಬೋದು, removal of hydrogen ಅನ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ removal of electropositive element ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ removal of oxygen ಅನ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ removal of electronegative element ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ addition of hydrogen or addition of electropositive element ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. Yes, now we will discuss about the oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Very important. So oxidizing agent means the substance that brings about the oxidation of other substance, or you can tell that the substance which accept the one or more electrons and get reduced itself. That is called as the oxidizing agent. Some more examples, these are act as the oxidizing agents like chlorine, you can take HNO3, KMnO4, O3, K2Cr2O7, H2O2, etc. These are all act as the oxidizing agents. Reducing agent means the substance that brings about reduction of other substance, or you can tell that which donates one or more electrons and get oxidized itself. That is called as a reducing agent anta kareeತೀವಿ. Example you can take the more salt or act as a reducing agent. Oxalic acid you can take, sulfur dioxide, sodium thiosulfate, these are act as a reducing agent. Point to be noted here. So agent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ. So we already know that marriage agent or ಮದುವೆ agent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ. ಮದುವೆ agent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎದ್ರ agent ಅವರು? ಮದುವೆದ agent. ಮದುವೆ ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಮದುವೆ ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರ, ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಏಜೆಂಟ್, ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿಗೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ತಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So that is called as a very simple oxidizing agent and reducing agent. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ we had taken, I already taken the ಮದುವೆ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತೈತೆ. ಸೊ ಮದುವೆ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇವನು ಏಜೆಂಟ್, ಎದರದ ಏಜೆಂಟ್? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏಜೆಂಟ್. ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರ, ತಾ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಎದರದ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಏಜೆಂಟ್, ಬೇರೆ ದಾರಿಗೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರ, ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ which donates one or more electrons and get oxidized. Now we will discuss about the one more definition regarding the electrons. Electronic interpretation we will discuss now. Yes sir, now we will discuss the one more important oxidation and reduction meaning in terms of electron. That is we are written as electronic interpretation. So depends on the electron how we define the oxidation and reduction. Still now we discussed about the other definitions like depends on the oxygen or hydrogen or electronegative element and electropositive element. So oxidation andre enanda the process in which an atom or an ion or a molecule which loses one or more electron. ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ atom ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಯಾನ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಂದ್ರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಟು ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಅ process in which an atom or an ion or molecule gains one or more electrons. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೈತಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಸೊ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So regarding this one, now we discuss about the some more examples like oxidation and reduction. So now you can take the Fe, you can take here, Fe will be converted into Fe plus 2 by the loss of 2 electron. Fe ididdu, so oxidation state of elementary nature is 0. Fe ididdu Fe plus 2 ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. How it will be? By loss of 2 electron. Electron loss ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ? Oxidation ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So now Cl minus is converted into Cl, so it is 0 by the loss of 1 electron. Chloride ion is converted into Cl, that is by loss of 1 electron. This is called as oxidation anta karitivi. So now we can take the O minus 2 is converted into O minus 1 by the loss of 1 electron. By the loss of 1 electron. That is also called as oxidation anta karitivi. So now we will discuss about the reduction also. That is, reduction means the atom or an ion or molecule which gains one or more electron. That is called as the reduction anta karitivi. For example, you can take the oxygen will gains the 2 electron, it will become as oxide O minus 2. Now oxygen will gains the 2 electron, it will become as O minus 2. Gaining of electron is called as a reduction anta karitivi. So now we can take the O minus 1, that is gains the 1 electron, it will become as O minus 2. Ion we had taken here. So now it gains the 1 electron to become a O minus 2. The gaining of electron is called as a reduction anta karitivi. So we can take the simple examples like sodium reacts with the chlorine, it will form the 2 moles of sodium chloride. Here one will be going to oxidize, another substance will be going to reduction. So now we can take this sodium, so this is elementary nature is 0, here also oxidation state is 0. So now here it is plus 1 or minus 1. So now sodium will loses the electron. Sodium will loses the electron. So if it loses the 1 electron, it will become as a sodium plus. Now we can write here sodium will loses the 1 electron, it will become as sodium plus. How many electrons it is lost? 1 electron it is lost, hence it is called as a sodium plus. How many sodiums are there? 2 sodiums are there, hence we have to take the 2 moles of sodium. Here 2 sodium plus, and here we can take the 2 electrons. Here sodium will lose the electron and oxidation is taking place. So coming to the point, chlorine. So that is Cl will become as a Cl minus here. Cl is become as a Cl minus by gaining of 1 electron. How many chlorine? So 2 chlorine will be there, hence we have to take the 2 Cl. Here 2 electron will be there, hence we have to take the 2 Cl minus. Here the chlorine will be gains the electron to become a reduction, and the sodium will lose the electron, it is becoming a oxidation. So now the substance which oxidize itself and it make to other substance reduction. Sodium ta ಏನಾಗೈತಿ oxidation ಆಗೈತಿ. How it will be? electron ಅನ್ನ loss ಮಾಡೋದು ಮುಖಾಂತರ oxidation ಆಗೈತಿ. ಬೇರೆ substance ಅನ್ನ reduction ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಬೇರೆ substance ಅಂದ್ರೆ chlorine will gains the electron. Chlorine will gains the electron. So now one chlorine will gains the 1 electron to form a Cl minus. Sodium chlorine ಅನ್ನ reduction ಮಾಡಿದೆ. How it will be? By gaining of electrons. Hence we can call this one as a what it is? Oxidation ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಬೋದು? Reducing agent ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಹೌದಾ? Reducing agent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರನ್ನ reduction ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾರನ್ನ? Chlorine ಅನ್ನ reduction ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ. How? By gaining of electrons. and chlorine. So this will gains the electron to form a Cl minus. So now it is gaining the electron means this is also called as a oxidizing agent. It means ಬೇರೆದನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಬೇರೆದನ್ನು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ? ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ತಾ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. Reduction, how it will be? By gaining of electrons. This is also called as a oxidizing agent anta kariತೀವಿ. So now we can say here sodium will loses the electron. So now sodium will loses the electron to form a, so now it is plus and minus. Here plus 1, here minus 2, here it is plus 2. Two sodiums are there, one sodium having the plus 1 charge, hence we are writing the plus 2, here O minus 2. Here 0 it is, oxidation state of elementary nature and the molecular nature is 0. So now sodium is converted into sodium plus and O2 is converted into O minus 2. So now sodium will loses the electron, loss of electron is called as the oxidation, and oxygen will gains the electrons, it will become as O minus 2, gain of electron is also called as a reduction anta kariತೀವಿ. Hence sodium is also called as what we call for this one, reducing agent. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲೋ? ಇದನ್ನ reducing agent ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರಿಬೇಕು? ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ಹೆಂಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ? O minus 2 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗೈತ್ರಿ? O2 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು O minus 2 ಆಗೈತಿ. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗೈತಿ? So by gaining of 2 electrons, oxygen will gains the 2 electrons to become as a O minus 2. Sodium will loses the same. Sodium will loses the electron to form a sodium plus. Here it is. Hence we are calling as a reducing agent. ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ, ತಾ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಬೋದು? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ಬೇರೆದಾರ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ ಬೈ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್, ಅಂಡ್ oxygen itself is going to reduce. ಅದು ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ತಾನೇ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಸೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ sodium will lose the electron to become a sodium plus, and sulfur 0 it will gains the electron to form a S minus 2. So this is also called as reducing agent. This is sulfur is also called as oxidizing agent. So now we can take some more examples like magnesium is converted into magnesium oxide upon treating with oxygen. So now here plus 2 minus 2. So it is 0, it is 0. Magnesium is converted into magnesium plus 2 by the loss of 2 electron. So that is going to oxidize. Oxygen is converted into O minus 2 by gaining of 2 electron. So now magnesium is also called as, come on, reducing agent. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು? ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿ. ಯಾರನ್ನ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿ. How it will be? By gaining of 2 electrons. If the oxygen will gains the 2 electron, it will become as a O minus 2. Then magnesium is converted into magnesium plus 2 by loss of 2 electron. So hangandre reducing agent ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ತಾನ come on oxidation ಆಗೈತಿ, ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ reducing agent ಅನ್ಬೋದು. So oxygen is also called as oxidizing agent ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಬೇರೆದಾರನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ, ತಾ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. Here same zinc is converted into zinc plus 2 by loss of 2 electron. Zinc is converted into zinc plus 2 by loss of 2 electron. Zinc electron ಅನ್ನು ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು zinc plus 2 ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ zinc oxidation ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Copper plus 2 is converted into copper by gaining of 2 electron. Copper plus 2 is converted into copper by gaining of 2 electrons. ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ zinc ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. Hence we will call this one as a reducing agent. ಬೇರೆದನ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ಯಾವುದನ್ನ? ಕಾಪರ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ. ಹೆಂಗ? ಎರಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ. ಕಾಪರ್ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆದನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ, ಜಿಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೈತಿ, ತಾ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This is the one more important definitions regarding the on the basis of electron, that is oxidation means a loss of electron, reduction means gaining of electrons. So remaining part of the redox reactions we will discuss in the next class.